Sam Chimera is my name. I'm just about 30. Born and bred. Let's just ask me that question again. Every time someone asks that question, it's weird because you're like, fairly easygoing. I can be serious at times. I can perhaps be intense sometimes because I like to get stuff done right. But I love people, I love what I do, and yeah, I love music. That's one of the other things. Kwe wange nze wo. Yes, it was like 10 kids at home, so it's a huge family, which is lots of fun. I still don't know how guys who are like born alone grow. Extended and lots of different personalities and a wealth of people to play with and have fights with and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a Christian family, is a Christian family, and like even up to now, every month we get together and pray as a family, and we grew up having prayer time in the evenings every day. So yeah, and going to church together, the works. Where exactly I went to school, I was in the schools I've been to. I was in Buganda Road for a while. Then I went to Buloba Primary School. Then I was in Jinja for 6 years, Jinja College. 6 years. Then I went to campus. So Kampala, Jinja, and back. I did IT, information technology. So that's my training, computers. Yeah. Mutima gwange anabeera mama w'abaana bange nalulunja asinga bonna gwe mutima gwange. The family is the one that gives the roots for the music, because music is part of the things that we have at home. Like when we get together, we sing together, we have that kind of fun together. So I should say I attribute a lot of that to my family. IT is, again, it's training, it's a skill. You could do any other course, but yeah, it was training. My love for music is the more natural one. The other stuff is learned. Hopefully that breaks, because at some point, music is music. Music is a form of art used to express different emotions or issues or different mindsets or values for society, for culture, for all those different things. So hopefully it doesn't stay just as a certain sector, like a particular crowd of guys in one corner while the rest of the room is doing something else. Hopefully we can, the plan and the hope for this is to influence a wider circle than just that corner. But what it looks like is we have several artists, and there's a great wealth of talent that is not yet in that category, how you'd say like artists. I go to church and man, I find church has the greatest talent. And the ones you think you have talent on stage until you realize who is off stage, you know. So that's the kind of thing I see. So the future, I think, is really bright, and there's lots of misconceptions in as far as the whole corner business. I think there's a whole world where we can interact, and what we stand for, a certain level, or I would say category of values. And our language is going to be a bit different in how we express ourselves. It's going to be clear, it's going to be clean, but there's a great profoundness that needs to be shared. So that's what I'm partly doing. First and foremost, I'm a Christian, and all the work that I do in terms of my art, when it comes to writing songs, I have what we refer to as a biblical perspective of life, meaning I see the world through the eyes of the Bible, and I'm speaking to that effect. So even now, what people sometimes confuse is they are expecting to hear Jesus in every song, which is not necessarily the case. Like, you'll write a love song and it's written from the Bible, and it may not necessarily have the word Jesus in it. It's like same song, like Go Wange. It's actually, there's a reference from Songs of Songs where there's a one says to the other, "You're my beloved, my beloved's, and he is mine." That does not say Jesus in it, but I mean, if you don't know the Bible, it's still a beautiful song. But if you know the Bible, you know where that came from, and that's godly love. It's not lust, it's love, you know. So as far as packaging, I guess from the go you have to make peace with the fact that people will understand things as not always clear, so you can't really chase everyone's opinion. But still, I think it's useful to stay clear. Everything I do is from my Christianity. You need to shake my hand, get to know me. My name is this. What do you do? Oh, I work at New Vision. I do this, and I go to church here. Okay, then along the way we interact, and if you see any good in me, then they're like, okay, maybe let's have another conversation. That kind of thing, and I think that's a good way of staying relevant. So I'm not trying to come across. Oh, I think as Christian artists we shouldn't be coming across as like I'm trying to hit you with my Bible, because that can be like, as in, I don't get it. It's hard to stay relevant that way, but at the same time we can present what we're saying in our values, in our conduct, and all that. So that's a long-winded answer, but I hope that gives some clarity. As far as music genres and stuff, my default setting from the go, I'll let you know, is R&B and soul. I think I grew up listening to a lot of that, from gospel and also secular, Boys to Men, Commissioned, and a bunch of other guys, as you'd imagine. But one thing I've realized about myself is I like to experiment. So you may hear reggae, you may hear some sounds that you're like, what? There's some hip hop in there. We got to do something with a couple of hip hoppers, and that was pretty cool for the independence last year. So that's default R&B soul, but there's a whole world I would like to experiment with. I think I've been pretty privileged, given the fact that I'm here and we're having this interview. At the beginning of the week, I did not expect I would be having this interview, so I would count myself as very highly favored. But as far as challenges, it's actually, I don't know that there's any challenges right now. But I would imagine it's you have to, what maybe lessons, can I say lessons? You have to have a plan. You can't just wake up and hope to swing something. There's got to be a plan, and you have to work at your stuff and have some excellence in there. Especially like for us, we represent God, so if you're going to do something, do it well and do it in such a way that it's appreciated. But maybe generally as a challenge you'd find for gospel artists, you could say, is the whole corner thing, where gospel is looked at as a corner. So even any artist who may come and sing something, the default setting is to kind of throw you in that box, whereas you're trying to speak to a larger audience. So that can be a challenge, but I haven't necessarily faced that. Like the music I've done has been really widely received. But that could be one of those. I play the guitar. I did try to learn the keyboard, but my both hands were doing the same thing. So as soon as I found the strings, I'm like, I think this is it. But the others is for trying. But guitar. In a different interview, so I asked the same question, and someone was like, "Kadungo Kamu, that's our sound." I was like, "Okay, yes, but I don't know." I think identity is interesting. My take, and this is a personal opinion, I think something I've come to personally appreciate, is we go out looking for identity, but we always had it. I think it's one of those cases where just let the dust settle. That is who you are, as opposed to running around. Might be some of that, but I know identity as we have it is influenced by different what we listen to, what we appreciate, all that kind of thing. Then there's the extreme of the individual who wants to hear maybe their language in every song. that does not necessarily translate into identity. Like I may do a song and sing a line in Swahili, that does not necessarily mean. I think it's just staying true to who you are, and we have to appreciate that that may be a work in progress. And as far as finding if there's a national sound, that would be really nice. I'm curious to hear what that sounds like. Right now, I don't think we have it, but I'm curious. I think in this age we're in a time of like mix and match and kind of pick this and there and borrow this and yeah. So crazy is crazy is just making noise for no reason, just having a good time when you're in the park and just shouting, "What's up? How are you?" You know, that can be crazy.